What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are finally upgrading the exhaust system for my GR86. So I am going with AWE's Touring Edition exhaust, and this is available for the GR, the GT86, the BRZ, and the FRS. I will have a link down in the description below where you can check out this exhaust system for your own car. There's also a few different options that you can go with for the exhaust tips themselves. I went with black diamond. You can also get the chrome silver. And then this is the actual system here. For the muffler section, it is straight through. So if I can get this up, you can see it completely straight through it. So it's going to provide us with a lot more airflow. We have the upper section too. It is a catback system. And this Touring Edition is going to save about 1 pound over the stock system. But if you want to save a little bit more, I have the Touring to track conversion kit that is located right there. You can also get that for all of the models that I mentioned earlier. So if you're looking for a great exhaust system, you don't want it to be too loud, go with the Touring, and then we have the Track Edition. Now I will be making exhaust clips, of course, and doing that in a separate video. So make sure you guys stay tuned to hear the sound differences between the Touring and the Track. So let's get started. I have the car up in the air already, and honestly, it doesn't look like it's going to be all that hard. We have the muffler in the back, which I will be using a jack as another hand to loosen this. So we got the bolts right there to get off, as well as the hangers up top, and then all the way back to right about there. That bolt right there is where we're working from all the way back. With those 4 bolts loose, that is all that you need to work on. Then there's also 5 hangers. So we have 2 on both sides of the muffler, and then 1 right just off of that. Now the key with getting these hangers off is that if you have an older vehicle, you will need to use some kind of penetrant in order to kind of get them loose, because rubber on the steel or aluminum is something that can be a little bit tricky. So it's really not all that hard. I just need to get that up out of the way now. All right, with the last hanger out, I have the front disconnected already, so I should be able to slowly lower that down. And with the stock exhaust off the car now, honestly, that really wasn't all that hard. It maybe took around 40 minutes or so. And so here we have the stock exhaust versus the AWE kit. What I actually like about the stock exhaust too is that you can take it apart. A lot of stock exhausts are usually one piece, so this is going to make it much easier to store, being able to separate it there. Now we are not reusing those bolts right there. However, we will be reusing the bolts that are located up front, and they will be reused right here. That was a 9/16 for that socket size. And you can see right off the bat, look at how much smaller this dual muffler setup is than the factory one. Now, before we get to the rest of this, I think we need to start this up and take a listen to it with absolutely nothing hooked up into the back. You know, that actually sounded pretty good. We didn't get a lot of exhaust clips there, or a lot of revs, but hopefully with the new exhaust, it's going to sound pretty similar to that. Hi, honey. The good news is with this pipe, there's only one way that it goes on. So you will know if you have lined up that FOURR section incorrectly. So now we have our next piece here. I went ahead and put this clamp on the end of it. That way I don't have to forget that. Kind of at the same time, I want to put the hanger in and make sure that it's on the edge of this exhaust pipe, and that's why we want the wiggle room up front. And usually it's easier to put these on versus taking them off. You just have to get the right height and then line it up, give it a good firm push. Next up, let's move on to the muffler section. And so I already have that one clamp. It's just sitting on the back section here, so that's ready to go. So one thing that I recommend when installing this, just do the back 2 hangers first. That way you can swing this and it's still attached up top. That is going to make it much easier to align
with this pipe here. And from there, it's just a matter of wiggling it and pushing it up. And then from there, as I push it up like that, now we have that full connection, and I already have this on, so we can snug it down from there. And then once you have that on, then go ahead and attach these back two hangers. So that way you can at least have it up in the air, and then you can slowly put it together from there. So that's 3 of the 4. Then I'll just put that other one on and we can snug this down.
So the last piece to work on before we install the actual tips are both of these elbow joints right here. It looks like they're universal, so it doesn't matter which side that you install them on. We have the smaller clamp too, and these are going to slide on the sides of the muffler. Now what's cool about this kit is this is how you can adjust the exhaust tip. So I'm just going to get them to what I think is straight. Once I put the exhaust tip on, then we can actually use this clamp here to adjust height both up and down. And now it's time to install the beautiful black diamond AWE tips. And so we have the supplied hardware. I already went ahead and put that bolt through with the nut on the back side. I'm using a 7/16 for that. When you slide these on, there's no stopping point, so you can go all the way down if you want to, but this section right here, this lip band right there, is what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to stop right when you can see these slits, or this one slit right here, disappear. So once it stops right about there, that's where I'm going to snug this down. And the very last piece to add is what I'm going to call this stopper piece. So once you have the exhaust aligned left to right, you can put this on the outside of both hangers. You're going to want to use the same hanger on each side, so that way they can counteract each other. And this is just going to hold the exhaust from moving. So since it's on the outside on both ends, this will not move from where you set it. And in a matter of hours, we now have the new exhaust system installed for my car. Let's take another look at these black diamond exhaust tips. Honestly, the fitment is fantastic. There were no alignment issues whatsoever. And as you can tell with this side, everything looks good. We come over to this side, it's pretty much a mirror image for everything. So it lined up perfectly. Underneath, we also have the plaque there for the Touring Edition. It says AWE serial number 2, so if you have any questions, they can quickly look that up. And then we have a few more logos, and then the new system going all the way to that connection all the way in the front. Everything is tightened up and ready to go. So now all we need to do, get it on the ground, have the first cold start up, and then let's take a listen to all of the before clips and after clips with this exhaust. 86. It definitely sounds really good. It livens up this car a whole lot. And it makes it sound like that Boxer 4-cylinder, especially on the startups and some of those pops. It sounds so much better. Let's see if we can get it to pop again. It's not overly loud. I mean, you can hear it, of course. But so far with what I've put on it, as far as driving it goes, it's got that good sound that you're looking for, especially from a 4-cylinder. There's only so much you can do, but I think it sounds really good. I can't wait to put on the Track Edition system too, so that way I can show you what the differences are. We'll see if that's any louder, but as far as driving this, I'm going about 50 miles an hour or so. We're kind of coming down to just driving like normal right now, and it doesn't appear to have any type of drone or anything like that so far. I will make another updated video once I do the Track Edition too, and I'll make a full comprehensive video for both exhausts, and especially once I have some highway driving and things like that. But so far, boy, does it open up this exhaust. Can't get it to pop just yet. But yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the content. I'll make another video of just the sound clips. So there's a lot to talk about with this AWE, there we go, AWE kit for the 86, the FRS, the BRZ, and the GT86. I hope you enjoyed today's installation for this new exhaust system for the 86. I will have the links down below where you can purchase all of the kits that I've mentioned. And be sure to give the video a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.